with extreme heat hitting Arizona. Tonight, Salvation Army volunteers heading to help people in Bullhead City and Fort Mohave after weekend storms knocked the power out.
Just a quick update from the September power outage we had. We did some analytics just to see what the community was saying and when they were saying it.
Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
This is just one of dozens of massive power poles that came barreling down during the storm into people's backyards, like this one.
People are getting hurt and getting killed on the river, and we're doing everything in our power to fix that, to make it better.
Leaving folks dealing with triple-digit temperatures until electricity is fully restored.
It's so hot here.
Our number one duty as a public servant is public safety.
People are getting hurt and getting killed on the river, and we're doing everything in our power to fix that, to make it better.
Durrett is one of at least 8,000 Unisource customers without electricity after hurricane-force winds tore through the area.
It's so hot here.
There was a group of folks that wanted to live in a community and have schools and have small businesses, and agriculture needed pumping. Those are the folks that decided that they needed power, and they weren't going to be served, meaning that the investor-owned utilities weren't going to serve them. So they decided to serve themselves. And they themselves are the ones that put the system up, put it together in 1946.
They did it so well, laying the foundation for what was to come, that Bullhead City covers almost 60 square miles. It and the surrounding area have become home to almost 70,000 people, more than 40,000 in the Bullhead city limits alone. And Mohave Electric Cooperative has grown as well. When it was formed in 1946, it served 90 meters on 5 miles of line. Today, it serves more than 39,000 meters in Bullhead City. The power it provides extends from the homes and businesses in the cities to the fields and the crops that grow because of the water that's brought from the depths of the earth by wells with electric pumps.
At one point, officials say the city was in complete blackout, reaching most of Mohave Electric Cooperative's 40,000 residents. As of Monday afternoon, 8,000 people were still in the dark.
Why, during our maintenance, hasn't all this been taken care of in the past for all this water line and pipes that are exposed and stuff? And was this part of when you was in charge of things back with the old administrations that you've talked so badly about?
Plus, why it's also affecting the water supply for tens of thousands of people right now.
That's the first question.
Yeah. Harvey, if that's your question, you've got 3 minutes to ask all your questions. I'm not going to stop the clock. We can keep the clock going if you want to have that conversation or ask all of your questions.
Well, we never know how it goes with you, Mr. Brady.
I'm telling you now.
Remember that we cannot respond to any questions or comments that are raised, so that's not permissible to call to the public. So,
because you've already said that you're going to waste our time.
Well, we'll run the clock out with me and you having a discussion about this then if you want, Mr. Brady, because Lord knows you have a hard time keeping track of how the meetings go.
remember that we cannot respond to any questions or comments that are raised, so that's not permissible to call to the public. So,
Right? You sure lost track of them the last week.
Your 3 minutes is running.
Hey, it sure is. And I'll talk to whoever I want for 3 minutes. But either way.
And some areas are without running water because of the power outages.
They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all.
So this is from lack of maintenance and lack of care and taking care of the pipes is why our pipe is sunburned and been sitting out there exposed for so long over so many years. Got a sunburn because the wind was blowing one day, and now it got a sunburn. Okay, got that.
Others, like Greg Perrin, left shocked to find snapped power poles in their yard.
It was out for about 17 hours right here.
Perrin is powered by Mohave Electric Cooperative, or MEP. The company says the wind microburst, checking in at over 80 miles per hour, left more than 36,000 residents without power for more than 20 hours.
Mohave Electric Cooperative has grown as well. When it was formed in 1946, it served 90 meters on 5 miles of line.
That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day.
So between September 4th and the 13th, there were more than 25,000 comments left on social media. Overall, the public, more than 15,000 comments, positive and appreciative. Over 2,367 were actually gratitude and appreciation for response crews from the city and MEC.
You're the biggest liar I've ever met.
But overall, the public, more than 15,000 comments, positive and appreciative for the work that the city, first responders, and MEC did in that particular incident.
For you to tell me such a bald-faced lie and insult my intelligence.
Because you sure spend a lot of money without showing us anything. We never know what you're talking about. The council never knows what you're talking about. Do you show them pictures that we don't get? That's my last question. I'll sit up here and wait for the answer.
They see what you see.
So
remember that we cannot respond to any questions or comments that are raised, so that's not permissible at a call to the public.
Stop the clock. We can keep the clock going if you want to have that conversation or ask all of your questions.
Well, we never know how it goes with you, Mr. Brady.
I'm telling you now.
100 power poles blown down or damaged in Unisource servicing areas. Currently, just over 800 people are still without power, the majority of them in Fort Mohave.
He ran a bad water company before and made a lot of bad decisions, and we are here now with a new water company paying for it.
So severe it wiped up the power for the entire Bullhead city, causing residents to scramble to find relief from the heat.
And he's the one making all the decisions for our new water company.
The storms took out power poles throughout the city, and Mohave Electric Cooperative says 21,000 residents were left without electricity. On top of that, Monday afternoon brought a water outage, also believed to be caused by the power outage.
We learned some lessons.
It's so hot here.
Toby, you already told me on the phone that you plan on splitting after you acquire Epcor. That you plan on making some giant split with the water company and the wastewater to make some other entity of government and stuff? That's correct, right? That's what you told me? Oh, that's right, you can't speak. Okay. Well, anyway, that's what Toby told me. So I'm kind of curious, is he going to tell the rest of the city about his little plan?
Bullhead City telling residents Monday the city is struggling to keep up with water demand.
Nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mayor Steve D'Amico, and I'm here to welcome everybody to the Winter Expo.
We have Grace Hecht here, who gained her seat not through a fair and transparent election, but it was handed to her by Steve D'Amico himself.
Can we approve number 3 as read?
Number 4.
Sorry, number 4.
Just 3.
Number 3, yeah.
Number 3, sure.
Second.
Without any merit. Now, I think that Steve D'Amico and Grace Hecht are not trying to make Bullhead better, but instead are trying to make it more prosperous. But for whom? For the locals or for themselves? It would seem that way. No one can go down to the river now without the beaches being crowded and the Colorado River clogged up with sea deuce.
And today I went to a community park and I walked along the beach.
Know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
There's a lot going on in this town, and a lot of it isn't being mentioned up here.
By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy.
But overall, the public, more than 15,000 comments, positive and appreciative.
Very important to us whenever we're in a heat advisory or a heat warning and it's really hot outside that we get somewhere for our members of our community who are sensitive to the heat to have a place to shelter.
I'm the Public Information Officer for the Bullhead City Police Department, Emily Firmout.
Explore Bullhead City.
Chris, from around the state coming in to help restore more than 100 downed utility poles,
knocking over dozens of power lines and blocking roads as people sought to find places with AC.
It's so hot here.
Still, thousands are in the dark for the second night in a row.
It's so hot here.
And with some area schools expected to be closed on Tuesday, an elementary school is now a cooling center until power is back on.
People are getting hurt and getting killed on the river, and we're doing everything in our power to fix that, to make it better. So do we bring that back at the next meeting or not?